If you want to move to Colorado because it's close to nature but still has normal cities to live in. But from what you see around, it's overpriced and crowded now. Well, I'm going to tell you 10 cheap places to live in the Centennial State that are entirely within reach. Beyond just names, I'll share housing and rental costs, typical incomes, vibes that matter, amenities, and crucially, any downsides to give you a complete picture. Let's find your affordable Colorado home. Starting with a decent town, La Junta, known as the Smile City for its friendly community, and famous for its sweet melons harvested every summer. It's a small farming town on the eastern plains about 60 miles east of Pueblo, with a population of about 9,650. There's great cantaloupe just west of there in Rocky Ford. There's a cute town square, and it's not crazy far from Front Range cities. The cost of living here is 27.4% lower than the U.S. average and a whopping 59% lower than Colorado's average. But you have limited public transit options. There's Amtrak's Southwest Chief train, which stops at the La Junta station, connecting you to bigger cities like Pueblo or Denver. The median home value was around $190,000. The average rent is approximately for one bedroom, $1,250, and for two-bedroom, expect to pay around $1,550 per month. The median household income is roughly $54,500. You've got local parks and easy access to outdoor adventures like birdwatching at John Martin Reservoir State Park. It can get windy, and spring dust storms are a thing, so keep that in mind if you have allergies. The La Junta School District serves the area with schools like La Junta Primary, Intermediate, and High School. For higher education, Otero College is right in town. Overall, La Junta isn't that bad. At number 9, Fort Collins is known as the Napa Valley of Beer because of its awesome craft brewery scene, with over 20 breweries like New Belgium and Odell Brewing. Fort Collins is a nice place to live, but it skews to either students or families. It's a decent place to raise a family. There is also a fair number of older folks. A working professional who is under 30 and single might be really bored here. But everything nice is here. The people, the streets, the whole vibe, without being overly bougie and pretentious. The weather is decent, with over 300 days of sunshine a year. You get 4 seasons, and there is little to no diversity. The population is around 177,000, making it the 4th largest city in Colorado, and it's home to Colorado State University. The cost of living here is about 27% higher than the national average, and yes, it is expensive, but I feel like it's still pretty unknown. Average monthly rent is $1,450 for a studio, $1,750 for a one-bedroom, and $2,000 for a two-bedroom. And the median household income is $83,500. The median home price is around $630,000. Affordability is tough, but not the worst market for cost of living in the United States. You want a house now, probably $500K minimum for anything. I like small towns around Fort Collins with very close access to nature, and Fort Collins is large, at least to me. Up next, Grand Junction. It's the best place for outdoorsy and adventurous folks, but there are a few things to think about. Job market, limited housing market, not a very active nightlife, but it has a nice downtown area with a variety of restaurants and shops. And it's known as the heart of Colorado's wine country, distinguished by its rich agricultural production, including peaches, pears, cherries, and other fresh produce. Beyond its fertile lands, the area boasts unparalleled natural beauty, serving as a primary entry point to the majestic mountains and Red Rock Canyon lands. Its population is 69,412. The cost of living is amazing for Colorado. It's about 11% less than the national average, but wages can be lower than the state average, and there are plenty of housing options, whether you're renting or buying. The average rent for studio apartments is $1,100. For one-bedroom apartments, it is $1,267, and for two-bedroom apartments, it is $1,400 per month. Apartments can be tough to find, depending on the time of year, and housing costs are quite high. Although Grand Junction is more reasonable than the Denver metro, the median home price is about $400,000, and the median household income is approximately $67,000. If you're looking for affordable housing options, I would suggest checking out the Vista Mesa subdivision. Grand Junction Regional Airport is right in town, offering flights to places like Denver, Salt Lake City, and Phoenix. It's small but convenient, with about 10 daily flights. Summers are hot, hitting the 90s, and winters are mild, with lows around 20 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll get about 15 inches of snow a year. Schools like Grand Junction High School have solid graduation rates. For higher education, Colorado Mesa University is a big deal here, and you've got hiking, biking, and kayaking along the Colorado River. Plus, it's a short drive to wineries in the Grand Valley. Overall, it's pretty cool. At number 7, Greeley is known for its agricultural roots, the University of Northern Colorado, and the Greeley Stampede, with a population of approximately 112,500. The median home income is $68,500. Greeley is basically just a large farm town. It's the perfect blend of small-town living but still being connected to Denver and its amenities well enough that you aren't disconnected. Prices are relatively cheaper than in neighboring cities. Downtown Greeley is also charming, though it isn't quite as neat as Old Town and Fort Collins. They also have great tasting water. The cost of living is reasonable, about 3% below when compared with other cities in Colorado. Crime rates are higher than the national average of 35.19 per 1,000 residents. While some areas, especially west of 23rd Avenue, are considered safe, choosing the right neighborhood is key. Housing right by the University of Northern Colorado is very party-like 11th Avenue in Cranford or 8th Avenue and 18th Street. If you don't want dude bros, look in the west past maybe 14th Avenue. A friend of mine lives a few blocks west of the football field, and he says it's a super quiet neighborhood. The median home price is $424,000, with average rents at $1,050 for a studio and $1,450 for a two-bedroom. Also, Greeley is a big, gently sloping hill, so if you want a view of the mountains, you'll need to be on the west side past maybe 47th or 56th Avenue. Public education is just as good as anywhere. Greeley Evans Transit provides local bus services, free for students, but you'll likely need a car for regional travel. The nearest major airport is Denver International, about an hour away. The mall is dead and the movie theater is dead. Restaurants are so-so. Night entertainment is meh. Overall, it's a relatively quiet, small college town. It's an okay place to live, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it compared to other cities around the area. But the smell from the feedlots and slaughterhouses is exaggerated, and so are the crime stats. Next is a small rural town in Morgan County, Fort Morgan, with a population of approximately 11,500. It's a small town, so there's not tons of stuff to do without driving an hour or two, but it's a cute town, and once you go to Walmart, the Dollar Tree, or the museum, there's not much else. And the golf course has some of the best food in town, and the cost of living is about 12.4% lower than the national average. The nearest major airport is Denver International Airport, approximately 75 miles southwest. Major employers include local farms, healthcare facilities, and businesses like Cargill. The median household income is approximately $59,121, and the median home price is around $340,000. The Morgan County School District RE3 rental prices are affordable, with studio apartments starting at around $895 per month and two-bedroom apartments averaging $1,500. The sugar beet factory and the beef plant make the town stink 24/7. Honestly, Fort Morgan is super bland and desolate, with some historical sites sprinkled in. One standout attraction is the Fort Morgan Museum, which showcases the town's military and agricultural history through engaging exhibits. At number 5 is the county seat of Las Animas, Trinidad, southern Colorado's premier city, with a population of approximately 8,200 residents. It's also gained fame as the sex change capital of the world due to its history with transgender surgeries. It's a nice town if you have money and a job. It's very difficult to find a decent, affordable rental. The average rent is approximately $747 for a studio, $800 for a one-bedroom, and $900 for a two-bedroom apartment. Jobs that pay a decent living wage are scarce. It's awesome, but yes, it has its share of problems, and the economy is not exactly robust. I think the biggest employer is the city, but plenty of people will compare it to towns like Fruita or Salida 20 years ago. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit or a good work-from-home job, it's very appealing to get into a mountain town at a lower cost. The cost of living is 15 to 22% lower than the national average. The median household income is $50,792. Many of the homes are historic. Some date back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The median home price is around $240,000. You've got amazing hiking and mountain biking in Fisher's Peak State Park, which has over 80 miles of trails in the master plan. Trinidad Lake State Park is underrated but not jaw-dropping. More fun for paddling than hiking at the Highway of Legends, there's great hiking up around Cuchara and the Spanish Peaks as well. It has a semi-arid climate with hot summers and cold winters. There are very few children's activities. There are the Trinidad School District 1 and Trinidad State College, the first community college in Colorado. Overall, it's not that bad. It's like anywhere else, but don't expect moving here to solve your problems. Next, spot a charming town in Fremont County, Cañon City, with a population of about 17,200. The town's nickname, the climate capital of Colorado, comes from its unique geography and 5,300-foot elevation. Located in the banana belt of Colorado and has a fairly mild climate year-round, although it occasionally has extremes. Cañon is a beautiful place in the foothills. The mountains are visible from anywhere in town. It is a large retirement community for this reason. The Arkansas River runs through town and is a big attraction for residents and tourists. One of the biggest reasons to consider cost of living is about 16% lower than the national average and 23% lower than the average Colorado city. Cost of living is going up and it's still cheap, so get it while you can. And yes, it is called Prison Valley and no one ever escapes from the prison because if they did, they would likely have their feet ripped to shreds by the ground cactus. Yes, Cañon was a haven for Triple K back in the day. This is no longer the case. It's getting more and more diverse by the day. Major employers include St. Thomas More Hospital, the Cañon City School District, and the median household income is $66,068. The median home price is $319,000. For renters, the average rent is approximately $850 for a studio, $1,300 for a one-bedroom, and $1,200 from two-bedroom home. Author schools are good. Cañon City High School is the main high school. Overall, Cañon City is a wonderful place to live. It's a very friendly community. Sure, there is crime, but no more than anywhere else. Or maybe look at house close to Colorado Springs, like Fountain or Peyton. Homes are super cheap out there and it's not a far drive into town. My friend has a huge 5-bedroom she built on the land. There's lots of places over here that are affordable. Stay close to the springs is my advice. At number 3 is the heart of Colorado's Eastern Plains, Sterling, known for its agricultural heritage with a population of around 12,900. Sterling is a really nice place to live. North of Route 7, it's a great option especially for single-family homes, and Sterling Park is one of the more affordable areas, though the homes there might be older. The schools are great and children play outside with many parks and lakes nearby. Crime is relatively low with the occasional house on fire. Cops respond fast. One of its biggest perks? The cost of living is about 18% lower than the national average. The median household income in Sterling is roughly $45,000. The Prairie Express provides local bus service, but honestly, a car is your best bet for daily convenience here. Sterling High School stands out. You'll find single-family homes, townhomes, duplexes, and even mobile homes. The median home price is around $245,000, renting around $650 for a studio and $850 for a two-bedroom apartment. Very couple small neighborhoods aren't the most inviting to the eye, but you'll have a blast regardless. It's a great family spot and super close to everything from the airport, DC, and country winery. A must-visit spot is North Sterling State Park, just north of town. With a 3,000-acre reservoir, it's perfect for boating, fishing, hiking, or camping. It's a small but lively community. Sterling is far better than Reston-Herndon area for raising children. In my opinion, all of Sterling is all right. Second is the small town in southeastern Colorado, Lamar, a quiet, affordable small town. It's one of the best birding destinations in the state. It's also called Monarch City, USA, for its butterfly populations. It has about 7,641 residents. According to Best Places, the cost of living index is 71.2, which is roughly 29% lower than the national average and 41% lower than Colorado's average. The most common complaint is its remoteness. The nearest big city is Pueblo, about 2 hours away. If you want to go to Target, a major shopping mall, or a wide variety of restaurants, it's a significant road trip. It also has a small local airport, Southeast Colorado Regional Airport, just 5 miles away. Living in Lamar is a budget saver. The median household income is $58,500. It's often ranked as one of the most affordable places to buy a house in all of Colorado. The median home price is $210,000, rents around $880 for a studio and $1,250 for a 2-bedroom home. Summers can be very hot and winters are cold. Be ready for temperature swings. It's served by Lamar School District RE2, which includes schools like Lamar High School, Lamar Middle School. Outside of high school sports and hunting season, the entertainment options are very limited, and the community is tight-knit. It can be very hard to break into if you're an outsider. Coming in at number 1 is a city known for its steel industry and as the home of the Colorado State Fair. It's located in southern Colorado, about 45 miles south of Colorado Springs. Pueblo has been a blue city longer than Denver has. It is a working-class city, and the population is about 111K. On a good side, Pueblo is a higher quality city than most give credit for. I would say it might even be a better place now because the cost of living is lower than Colorado Springs Metro and Denver Metro. The cost of living is 7% lower than the national average, and the median household income here is $55,300. It's one of the last places in beautiful Colorado that is still affordable to the average American. Seriously, people, don't sleep on Pueblo. The median home value is $315,000, which is lower than the national average, renting around $890 for a studio, $1,300 for a 1-bedroom, and $1,550 for a 2-bedroom home. Downtown Pueblo has a few really cool spots, but the biggest downsides are the crime, homelessness, and substance use. And most of the city is really run down. Pueblo West, for a couple of years, is really safe and quiet, but there's not a whole lot to do. It's a good place to retire to, especially if you want some land, but Pueblo West isn't that cheap. You're still going to spend $350 to $400K and up for a decent house. On a bad side, Pueblo is a poverty-stricken city in Colorado. The total crime rate here is 70 per 1,000 residents, which means there's a 7% chance of being a victim of violent or property crime. And the homelessness here is off the charts. But it has its own airport, Pueblo Memorial Airport, but it offers limited commercial flights. Pueblo School District 60 and Pueblo County School District 70 serve the area. And then there's Colorado State University Pueblo. I think people need to stop trashing Pueblo. Yes, there are a lot of negative issues that you can pick on, which is true in every small town and city in America. But there's also a lot of positivity and really good people. But also overall, a lot of Pueblo is what you make of it. But the crime stats were just too concerning to ignore. You can pretty much live anywhere in Colorado, but if you are on a budget, I'd recommend these 10 places to consider. Colorado offers a lot of places that blend low costs with different lifestyles. Start exploring these budget-friendly places, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down your favorite spot in the list.